Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer talk show. The rumour mill is well and truly spinning with Aston Villa at the moment, as I'm sure it is with every other club. The newspapers have to keep writing, but I know that 99.9% of these deals will not happen, but it's still fun to talk about them. It's still fun to give my opinion on it and also to get your opinion on it. So get your comments in on any of the players that we're focusing on. We're going to talk about a potential swap deal with up to 2 or 3 even Juventus players on the radar for Aston Villa, progress in a potential deal with a midfielder, attacker, and potential links with another Lille star. So plenty to go through today. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've smashed through 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone's support. We don't want to stop there though, so please do help us continue to grow. We want to hit 5k as soon as possible. So why not? Why not hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as I say, get your comments in down below. So, in terms of this potential swap deal, Douglas Luiz has been linked with Juventus, and it's a potential good move. We've talked about Douglas Luiz potentially being one of the guest high value star players, if you like, players to move. And there's been links with 3 players. Weston McKennie being quite a wild card choice, obviously was at Leeds on loan a couple of seasons ago, very, very injury hit time, but has played better this last season. We will go through his stats in a second, but is USA international, age 25. Seems like he's been around for a long time. Midfielder, more of a traditional type midfielder, was at Schalke, 75 appearances between 2017 and 2021 and scored 4 goals. Went on loan to Juventus between 2020 and 21, playing 21 times, scoring 4 goals. Then went to sign for Juventus. Went to Leeds on loan in 23, only playing 19 times, but has now played 83 times for Juventus and scored 5 goals. Has represented USA from under 17s right up to full international level and been capped 51 times, scoring 11 goals. So let's take a look at his stats on SofaScore and let's see how he is at this moment in time. So he has predominantly played down that, I guess, that right hand side of the midfield, but also, operated in the central areas as well. Creativity, fairly decent in terms of that, and then sort of, I guess, average scores attacking wise, technically, tactically, and defensively, but has played 34 games this season for Juventus, starting 29 times, hasn't scored any goals, has missed a few big chances, but has had a pretty decent time in terms of assists. 7 assists this season, 5 big chances created as well, so can drive with the ball forwards, can create. Fairly accurate in terms of his passing, particularly in the opposition half at 75%. So I guess using his power, using his drive through the midfield, can break lines, can make spaces, can win the ball and then turn defense into attack quite quickly. 1.4 tackles per game, 3.4 ball recoveries per game, 1.8 clearances per game as well, so can get back and forward quickly and cover the ground quickly. Not great in terms of successful dribbles, but aerial duels won pretty good as well. So is this a player who has maybe rescued his career a little bit after floundering at Leeds? I know English fans will look at that time at Leeds. They obviously got relegated in that time, and he didn't contribute well at all through injury and through performances. So are we clouding our judgment on a Weston McKennie by his time at Leeds? Has he performed better at Juventus? And more importantly, can Unai Emery get something out of him that could substitute for losing a Douglas Luiz with, say, Yuri Tielemans, John McGinn, Weston McKennie, Jacob Ramsey, and other players in that midfield area? So that remains to be seen. That could be a potential option. Now, another player who we've been linked with from Juve is Matthias Soulé. Now, this could be with or without this potential, I say potential swap deal. Now with this player here, Argentinian player, attacking midfielder, right winger or forward, so quite versatile, and has made his name last season at Frosinone, and played 36 times, scoring 11 goals. He's an Argentinian under 20 international currently, and he's been played 7 times for them, and has made appearances for Juventus 15 times, scoring 1 goal. Now, the news is that he wants to um, fight for his place in the first team at Juventus. However, has been linked with Villa, and apparently Monchi was over in Turin speaking to Juventus representatives about this player in particular, along with Weston McKennie and another player that we're going to talk about in a second. But this could be done separately to that deal. Now, he seems like an exciting player. I guess it's whether Juventus think that he will challenge for a first team spot, or whether he would be made available for transfer. Now, if we look at him at Frosinone, 21 years of age, this is his breakthrough season, I would say, predominantly down that right hand side, but cutting inside as well. Can play an attacking midfield area as well as right wing. 36 times he's played, 36 starts, 14 of the weeks, 11 goals, which is great in a team that's probably not been high up in the table. So under pressure, 6 big chances missed as well, so could have scored more goals. 9 from inside the box, 2 from outside the box. Scored with his head, his left foot, and his right foot. So predominantly left-footed, so cuts inside from that right. 3 assists as well, and 8 big chances created. 81% passing accuracy, 74% in the opposition half. So can create chances. Doesn't give the ball away very often when he's trying to do things, which is a good sign. 4.9 ball recoveries per game as well, so full of energy, wins the ball back, works hard for the team. 1.1 tackles per game as well. 50% successful dribbles from 2.8 attempts, 44% in terms of duels won, and 47% in terms of ground duels won. Not the greatest in the air at 20%, and also has quite a high possession lost ratio. However, he's trying things. He's more of an attacking player, maybe in that attacking midfield area as well, trying to play through balls that get intercepted. So you can see he's a very, very versatile player as well, playmaking and high pressing. High pressing being one of the things that Unai Emery likes, and I think you'll see maybe a bit more of that from Villa this season. I think he'll want some players who can enact that high press and can really push teams forward and win the ball high up the pitch. If we then don't do it, we can drop back off. But I think we might see some more pressing within the side this season, particularly early on in the season when we want to set up as we mean to go on. Now, a slightly left field player who's been linked with Aston Villa. Again, we linked last pre-season, but Federico Chiesa, very, very, very good player, has had a much better season this season after injury hit. Now, we'd probably be going against numerous clubs. Apparently, Liverpool interested in this player, and Arne Slot is a very big fan, apparently. I'm sure they've got that information immediately after he signed for Liverpool. But yeah, would be a really, really interesting one. And it has always been on the radar for Aston Villa, and there's always been a player who's linked to clubs in the summer, whether Juventus use it as bait, whether he uses it as bait to try and get contract offers, etc., etc. But only 26 years of age, and seems like, again, he's been around for a long time, would be a very high value player, high quality player. I've got 1 year left on his contract. So potentially looking to cash in on him, or looking to put pressure on him to sign a new deal. 33 games played, started 25 games this season, scored 9 goals, so not too bad in terms of return. A player who plays more as a forward. It does say striker on here, but I would say more from the right hand side, cutting into it onto his left. Missed 9 big chances as well, so could have had a lot more goals. 8 from inside the box, 1 outside the box. Scored with both feet, left and right, so pretty decent, pretty versatile. Can go down around the outside, can cut in on the inside. only 2 assists, so might want to look at that a little bit more, and maybe be a little bit more creative in terms of that, or clinical in terms of his passing. However, 12 big chances created, and at 86%, 77% accuracy per game, 67% in the opposition half. Not quite as high as Sule, but still pretty decent. 1.9 ball recoveries per game, so maybe doesn't work quite as hard as Sule does. I'm sure Emery will sort that out. And at 46% ground duels won, 44% in total duels won, and 42% in terms of successful dribbles. But we know the quality that a player like Chiesa's got, and also Champions League experience, international experience. Is quite a big name. Maybe wages could be an issue there, but it's interesting to be linked to these players. Now, if that is to be done, and if it's a Douglas Luiz out and 3 players coming in, what does that mean to you guys? What do you think of that? Would that be good value? Would we be looking for maybe 10, 15, 20 million plus those 2 or 3 players? You guys let me know your thoughts. Would you substitute a Luiz out for getting those 3 players in? Would that be much better for the squad? Would that be too many to integrate into the team? We saw when Jack Grealish went and we brought those 3 players in, Ings, Buendia and Bailey. It took those guys time to settle. Danny Ings didn't settle. I had to go. Leon Bailey took till last season and an amazing manager like Unai Emery to get the best out of him. We haven't quite seen the best out of Buendia due to injury. Maybe that's his turn next season. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Another player who's been linked is Angel Gomes. Now, Manchester United youngster, had a really good season last year at Lille. Went to Boavista as well on loan, so spent on loan at Boavista from 2020 to 21. Was playing 30 times, scoring 6 goals, and has now made 91 appearances for Lille and scored 3 goals. Born in London and has been linked a couple of times with England under 20, right, played for England right through from under 16 right up to under 21 level, and has been linked a few times with England. Has got has got that quality to play possession football, controlling the ball, and yeah, could be a very good player. He was good against Villa for Lille in the Champions League. I think he was maybe nursing an injury and just coming back to fitness, so I don't think we quite saw the best of him. But look at his heat map here across the pitch. Operating in the kind of the middle thirds of the pitch. Not Doesn't get into the box too much in terms of both boxes, but very much a player who keeps possession moving. Very much a player who circulates the ball and could help with Emery's style of play. Win the ball back, play it nice and easy, and just keep that ball moving and keep that ball circulating. Can play across through that midfield in attacking or central midfielder or defensive midfielder. Strengths there, long balls and playmaking. Played 31 times this season. 3 team of the weeks. Hasn't scored any goals. But has 8 assists, so very creative, and created 15 big chances. Now, probably those chances fell to Jonathan David, so I'm not sure what he's doing, missing all those big chances. But if we look at the passing accuracy, 91%, 95% in his own half, and 86% in the opposition half. So, like I said, in terms of keeping the ball moving, circulating possession, very, very, very intelligent footballer. Not Has 4 ball recoveries per game as well, so good interception, good at again getting the ball back from, I guess, situations where players have been on the attack. He can win the ball back. Not fantastic in terms of tackling, but not that type of player. So if he was matched with a player who was in that strength, then he would be able to then receive the ball and then get us on the attack quickly, or just control the game and control possession. So yeah, could be a decent, I mean, maybe replacement for a Douglas Luiz in terms of that style. Maybe hasn't quite got the goal scoring that Luiz has got, so that could be developed. But yeah, could be another high quality option that could be looked at. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. And finally, Carlos Soler looks like it's potentially making progress again. There's reports that he's open to the move. Aston Villa are trying to push forward with it. Be interesting to see what does happen with that. We're playing attention to the player's situation. So we will wait and see on that one, but looks like it's making some progress. I did see a report there that we're potentially talking to his representatives, but who knows? He would be another good player. Looks like PSG are looking to move him on, or certainly open to situations. And like I say, he was looked at by Real Sociedad, one or two other clubs. Villa looked like they were behind in the queue, whether that's be their own choice or whether that be the choice of the player. But now apparently we look like to be at the front of the queue. So who knows what is going to happen. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please, as I say, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on any of these players in the comments. I'm particularly interested in that swap deal. Would you be interested in Douglas Luiz going, and maybe 3 players coming in? Let me know your thoughts. We'll be back with more transfer talk shows, I am sure, and hopefully more shows over the next week or so, potentially a kit reveal. So keep your eyes out on the channel. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, remember, we'll follow the Villa.